And for more on the conflict in Libya, we're joined by Emad Badi in London. He is a researcher and political analyst, currently a non-resident scholar at the Middle East Institute. First of all, who is Khalifa Haftar? And he's been called many things: a general, an army commander, others a field marshal. Who is he and what is his ultimate goal?
Well, Khalifa Haftar is the commander of the self-styled Libyan National Army. He is a commander from the Gaddafi era that defected from the army and that was captured in Chad, and then that lived in Virginia and Washington after being extradited from Chad, and that returned to Libya after the revolution, and in 2014 declared his Dignity operation that has since been viewed as the antagonist force to the UN-backed government. He has slowly captured most of the Libyan territory and has now his eyes set on Tripoli, the capital.
So what do you make of the timing of his march to Tripoli during the UN Secretary General's visit? What is he hoping to accomplish ultimately?
Well, at first it was thought that this was a political maneuver to show Haftar's seriousness ahead of the national conference for him to obtain a better deal. But now I believe that the situation has went outside of control, basically, and he definitely underestimated the capacity of Western forces in Tripoli and in the West in general, including Misrata and Zintan, to coordinate amongst themselves and to counter his forces' advance. He adopted somewhat of a military maneuver based on having alliances or co-opting local groups, and that seems to have backfired, notably in Zawiya last night, where his forces, a substantial part of his forces, at least about 120 people, including their military equipment, was captured and looted.
What is the possibility of a military confrontation, and what is the worst case scenario here?
Well, I would say there are definitely about 3 scenarios that are maybe interlinked. The first 2 scenarios would be a protracted conflict or a devastating conflict. Those 2 are interlinked because a protracted conflict will lead to devastation either way. Another one would be maybe a withdrawal of Haftar's forces, which doesn't seem to be likely because he is adamant about wanting to capture Tripoli. So at this point in time, I fear that the only option that we have is more conflict and more escalation. At least that's what seems to be the posture of most of the factions. The factions in West Libya, or under the government of national accord, nominally under it, are not really happy with the way the international community has appeased Haftar over the years, and are now confronted with the reality that they have to counter him. So it'll be very hard for the international community to appease either one of these forces.
All right, Emad Badi in London, thank you so much.